So let's get this all set up. First 10 seconds of nothing, which probably will get kicked off. Beaten up anyway, it doesn't really matter. So this is gonna be a bit of a relaxed morning because it's early and everyone else is sleeping. It's the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving to all the people who celebrate that. Happy holidays in general to everybody else who doesn't. I'm trying not to get too snarky today. I've got two things going on. I've got the good old Spectrum Interlink DX simulator controller, and I've got this other controller over here that you've often seen me use for all kinds of other things like Raspberry Pi projects and stuff. I've got these two here, so we'll just fly around comfortably and relaxed. And as you can see here, I am freezing because as a lizard person, even though this is California in the mornings, for me, this is super cold. So anyway, let's get in here real quick and try a couple of flights, but also this is just to test out if the controls work at all. If they do, then we can progress quite easily. But also I wanted to talk about a few things that are cool, such as Nobu, and also there's another thing. There is a new place here in town. It's probably not that new, but we just discovered it this week. Melo. So anyway, this place here creates this yummy. It used to be where the what is that called? Yogurtland. Yogurtland used to be in the same spot where it is now. And it looks like, wow. Look at that. What happened here? It is not running? Okay. It wanted to run its own thing on something that was not running. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's hope that it runs. Goodness gracious. Always something to start off with. So anyway, Yogurtland used to be in the same spot where now we have Melo. They have this cool sort of jelly, coconut jelly stuff that you can buy and eat. All kinds of different flavors. They had, oh, what the heck's going on here? Since when do they, I don't know. And I don't know how to start this. Wait, do I press resume? I don't know how to start this. What the heck is this? Restart? Oh, it flings it for you. Okay, that's cool. This is not what I wanted to do. I've never flown this, so it just picked one for me. It's rather odd. Anyway, as I said before, it used to be where Yogurtland was. Now they have this other thing. It tastes really good, and we went to test it out this weekend. So I thought that was pretty cool. I have never tried this before. The landing thing last time in this game was totally different. I guess you press reset to start this off. They have all kinds of arrows in the sky, probably telling you which way the wind is flapping around in or not. I don't know. And we need to try to come back and land safely on the same spot. Can we do it? I don't know. It's a glider plane. Oh, no, come on. Destroyed it. Definitely not like that, but that was a good try, I guess. Ooh. So yeah, as I said before, that was a pretty cool thing that we got to try. I was quite happy with it. It's just also out there on the channel in one of the slightly shorter shorts. So you guys get to see what the store looks like on the inside, on the outside. We ate right outside the store. It's close to A&J. We had a really good, yummy meal first. Oh, I guess it doesn't count it if you crash. You have to land it, not crash it into the spot. Try this again. Really quite cool flying this this glider thing. So yeah, anyway, that was pretty cool. That was really fun and yummy at the same time. And that's it. This is very easily broken, I guess. Even compared to most of the planes that I fly in real life, this one just, I wonder if it's made out of balsa wood or whatever. It just completely destroys itself if you are not perfectly aligned with the runway. Yeah. I missed it by just a little bit. Ah, so easy to nosedive with this thing. I guess this is going to be another skill that I need to really work on. So lots of fun things are going on in the world. And again, today we're going to keep it nice, laid back. We're not going to get into lots of the stuff that ticks everybody off. It's the holidays. It's the holidays. We're going to keep it nice and relaxed. Come on, man. I got to be able to. Oh, I just came down a little bit too early. Precision is key here. So anyway, I'm looking a little bit like an Eskimo today because I feel cold. Relatively speaking. Okay, this is not real cold. For most people, this is not real cold. It's only cold for me. Anyway, here we go. Let's go. Come on. It's looking good this time. Can I? No, just a little bit too early still. Just a little bit too early still. So this thing is very controllable. And the only reason I'm not getting it exactly on there is because unlike most other planes that I'm used to flying, this thing does not have a motor, I guess. So if you come down too early, you can't suddenly just add a little throttle. And if you overshoot, you're going to slam the front in stuff, and this is the problem. This time, I thought I was going to overshoot, and turns out I was not going to overshoot, but it doesn't matter because I still couldn't get this to land. It's kind of weird because last time, maybe it's just because I hadn't flown a lot, they're giving you the other plane, which did have throttle control, so that's always easier. It's easier to do that if you have throttle control, which we don't have in this case. Oh, come on. Give me the point anyway. Oh, it is the holidays, guys. So when it's the holidays, all the stuff that you weren't expecting usually happens, which is why I was speaking to one of my plumber friends back in the day. They were like, well, yeah, the holidays are great, but not for plumbers and electricians and stuff, because usually all the stuff ends up breaking on those days, and then they're on call, which is really not the best, if you catch my meaning. Like, you're maybe in the middle of your Christmas dinner, and somebody calls up and says, my toilet just exploded and now there's particles of poop everywhere. Would you mind coming by and fixing it? And you're like, really? I was about to dig into my amazing whatever people have for Christmas. I don't know. Everybody has something different these days. So whatever it is, the poor plumber is going to have to go out there and fix it. Or the electrician is in the middle of whatever's going on. Thanksgiving is about to start on the Thanksgiving lunch, and then all of a sudden somebody calls in and it says some kind of wire went crazy and snapped because a squirrel ate it or something. Could you come by the house and please help us? Oh, come on, give me points for that. Oh, I did. Wow, okay. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle, but it's not Christmas yet. Anyway, guys. Let's try this one and see how it goes. I'm loving how today things are running rather smoothly. Rather smoothly indeed compared to usual. Again, it's also nice to know that if you use that hub that was mentioned before, then it helps with all this good stuff. And so you connect this one to a hub, USB hub, and then to the thing. And it solves a lot of the issues that I was having before. It's important to know this. So if you do buy the older controller and you are having, again, this does not happen to everybody on everybody's computer. It did happen to me. Surprise. Oh. I'm having some serious issues getting this plane off the ground and turning. Again, me. You will not have this problem. You will not have this problem. You will be just amazingly hunky-dorily. You'll be fine. Don't base your real flight experience on what you see me do here, because yours will be better than mine. As I explain to people all the time, there is a learning curve for these things, and yours will not be as steep as mine. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about Nobu today because we had one of the most fantastic meals over there ever. Just the whole thing. Again, I feel super privileged that I was able to go there. It is not one of the cheaper restaurants to eat. So again, super blessed that I was able to go have an amazing dinner there. But the food, everything is amazing. It is a super cozy atmosphere, especially at the location where we went, just close to the beach on a port. So from there you can see all the cool yachts and stuff. Really, really nice. Candlelight, because we went there for dinner. And again, you get an amazing experience because everyone from the chefs to the greeters to people who bring the plates and everything. I mean, the service is absolutely phenomenal. And the food, the food is spectacular. It's like what the experts say when they do all those shows, and it's like a party in your mouth. It is absolutely amazing. They put so much care into figuring out how to make the best flavors come together, and it is just beautiful. You feel so happy and cozy and relaxed in the atmosphere. So it is one of those places where if you haven't been and you have a chance to, you should definitely try out Nobu. So yeah, there we go. That was something that I just had to get off my chest because it was definitely worth it. And whoa, oh my gosh. I really want to be able to land. No. Splitting the wings open. Uh-oh, that's not good. Do we want to let the real flight team know that just exploded there? I guess so. So let's see, what else are we gonna do here today? This is Real Flight Evolution again. Let's open it up. And I was looking for something earlier, and I found it, and it was really cool. And I think I can now fly this on the channel. I was waiting not to do it too early because I was worried about blasting this ahead of time before a bunch of my favorite channels had a chance to show this off. So I didn't want to do that too early. Let's see. Oh, I can do a blimp. Finally can do a blimp. So that's another thing that I want to do. But before that, I want to show you guys one of the coolest things ever, which is, gosh, I really don't want to miss this. No, it's not one of these. So let's go back to this. Maybe it's in here. There is one particular plane that I really want to show you guys. Well, you guys have seen me fly this in real life. I put a VR camera on this one. I put a VR camera on this one, and I went to the Google building. Got a really nice shot of the sign there. Google building there, so that was cool. Again, it's the crazy stuff that I can do, but I cannot recommend anybody else do because you won't have the skills, you'll get in trouble, and all kinds of stuff. So don't copy the stuff that I do, guys. This, where the heck is that thing? There is an absolutely amazing plane, and I just can't find it right now. There's a gazillion amazing planes on this thing, but there's one in particular that I really want to show off, and I cannot remember where it is. They just have so many. It is unbelievable how many cool planes they have. But there's one in particular that I really want to fly today because it is just the perfect time to fly it. And if I can't find it, it's going to drive me mental. It should be in here somewhere. Come on, man. Where are you hiding? There is one plane, as I said before, which is so absolutely amazing, especially because it's this year, and we've all been waiting for this plane to show up. And I'm not finding it, which is, it's worse than trying to find Nemo, and we're back to the blimp. Unless it's a whoa. Dang, I want to fly that too. Like, everything is so exciting on this thing. But there's one plane in particular that I'm really looking for, and it's just not showing up. I mean, they have the coolest things here. Look at this. You can fly this. Oh my god. Where is that plane? That plane, it's just the bomb, as they say. It is the bomb. But it's not showing up. What the heck, bro? This is another really cool plane. I'm thinking of getting this one as a tree ornament. I can't afford the real thing. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Oh, there it is. Yes, that's the one that I want. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. That one. That one. That'll be the plane. That'll be the plane that I really, 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 really want. And I'm going to do a zoom in here real quick so you guys can appreciate how cool this plane is. And we will try to get it up in the air because it is not as easy as you may think. Because right now, well, let me see. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's easier than I think because it is. Okay, yeah. It's set up in easy mode, as you can see there. That is amazing, guys. And no, that's not the one. Yeah. Okay, let me show you guys this cool thing. So if you hit this, it'll change the position of those wingies. Look at that, guys. Top Gun Maverick. Woohoo! I'm going to put it in the other mode because it's basically unflyable for me, not for you. You guys can fly it any way you like, but for me, I need it to be like in this kind of mode in order for me to fly it at all. And so this thing is awesome, man. Let's get it closer to the camera here. I'm trying to get it closer so you guys can see how cool this is. It is so cool. No. I did not want to do that. That was completely unintentional. Start it up again. Let's get this baby in the air. So yeah, as I showed you guys before, this thing here will change the position of the wings. It is now in safe mode, but wait, what? No, that's not it. How do you get it out of safe mode? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna turn the remote for you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. If you hit this, you gotta see the bottom of the screen. It turns it into the non-assisted flight mode. So it's this thing here on the very bottom, not this one here. You click it, it goes out of safe mode. So that is what you do there. I don't know if I can fly it in not safe mode, but we'll give it a try. Wait, wrong button again. I swear I don't do these things on purpose. I just do stuff. And then things happen. There we go. Cool, yeah. No. That was too much of a turn there. This thing is awesome, guys, as I said before. Now, the reason why I couldn't pull up out of that, is because I was in assisted mode. I was in safe mode or whatever. Okay, let's try to do this. There we go. Let's try this again. We are not in assisted mode, so it is harder for me to do stuff. But if I want to go up and do a loop, I can do a loop. It's just that then I don't know what I'm doing, so then I will do that. Whoa, this is so cool, guys. Oh, man, I lost it. Oh, I got it again. I still sort of kind of have this under control. I cannot do an inverted pass. I do apologize for that. I do not have the skill level required to even bring it back to me. I would love to be able to do this in an inverted pass, but I don't have the skills for that. Not yet, at least. I can, however, still in not safe mode, bring this over for a nice pass right in front of the camera like that. Whoa. I felt for... Okay, I destroyed it, so it's not going to be able to be controllable anymore. I destroyed one of the tail fins that came off. I felt like I was an RC Sailor for a second, and then something drastically bad happened, as in one of the tail fins came off. Okay, let's try this one more time. Guys, I really love this plane so much. But if you want to see it fly really well, the RC Sailors and Brian Phillips RC, both of them have videos up now that you guys can go check out on their channel, which is really fantastic. If you've never set up one of these things before and you just bought it, I do strongly recommend that you go check out Brian Phillips RC, because they usually go through a very comprehensive unboxing and setup of these planes, all of these planes. They've got all kinds of planes that they will show the unboxing and all that stuff from the get-go. Just remember, kids, if you're trying to learn how to fly this, every time you turn, you will notice that the nose will dive down. So that's something to work around, and I've gotten a little bit better at it now. Put it into safe for a second and lift. This makes it easier to fly, but I'm not sure why it's flying away from me, and I want it to come to me. Okay, it's coming to me now. Awesome. Guys, I love this plane so much. For a second there, you feel like you're you're a maverick and you're just taking off and you're looking at the controls going, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And they just bounce off the side of the house. That is fun, guys. That is so fun. So anyway, maybe someday this is gonna be another dream come true. I'll have one of these babies, but it was back ordered to the point of no return. So it was back ordered to the point of no return. So, but you can still fly it in real flight. So if you did not get yours yet and you can't find it online to buy directly from the store, get yourself this simulator for the love of Pete. First of all, you should get it anyway if you've never flown planes and you don't have the skills to fly this thing. Don't buy it first. Get yourself Real Flight Evolution. Get yourself Real Flight 9.5S. They both have access to this plane. So in either cases, you can fly this and make sure that you learn how to do it really well before you actually get behind the sticks and take this out to the field. Because, again, as I always say, if there's one way to make a grown man cry, and not tears of joy, because tears of joy, you know, tear jerkers and all that stuff, you can enjoy those tears of joy. Like if you find this under your tree at Christmas, you will have tears of joy. But what you won't enjoy is buying such a cool plane like this, and then after the first maybe 18 or 30 seconds that you've got it, you discover that you've completely destroyed the front of the plane or whatever. You've clipped a wing. So yeah, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Make sure you get yourself the simulator first. And again, for the smoothest, you know, it's worth spending an extra, what is it, maybe $100 for the remote. Because chances are that if you buy this thing, you will be flying with a remote such as this one. And you don't want the hassle. Remember, like back in the day when it was all like, they had to do the disclaimer, and batteries sold separately. And then because what was going on is a lot of people were buying amazing stuff, electronic stuff for their kids. And then it's Christmas and the kids take the thing out of the box and they don't have batteries to operate it. And they have to wait until the next day because all the stores are closed or whatever. So that's a little bit like the kind of experience that you might have if you don't buy yourself Real Flight together with the remote. Because, you know, then all kinds of things could happen, such as you may not be able to install your own remote and figure out how to get it to run. It is just so easy to get this up and running because it's so well thought out and so plug and play. So do yourself a favor, get yourself the simulator together. Oh my God. It's like a it's like a dolphin, the way that I was bouncing off that runway, like a dolphin. Let's go do a little loop-de-loop. Can I do a loop-de-loop? No, not because I pressed the wrong thing. Unbelievable, guys. Let's try this one more time. I was trying to do one of the maneuvers that I always do, which is perfectly fine. You go up, then you twist, and you come back. And this time it worked. This time it worked. Yeah. This time it worked. Let's see. Up. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Woohoo! Coming right at you. Oh, yeah. Is it Two Brothers RC and stuff? They They do stuff that's crazy, like, oh, not like that. Okay, don't do that, guys. I thought I was gonna get away with another really cool pass there for you guys, but instead I destroyed the plane. One of the wings just came right off. No. I'm not flying in safe anymore, which is why you see me do stuff like that. Yeah, that was cool. That was so cool. I'm surprised I pulled out. Oh, there we go. That's why I said I'm surprised I pulled out of that, but then that was not amazing. I'm going to try to do something that is kind of impossible for my skill level, and that is to try to aim through this. Let's put it back in safe. There we go. That kind of saved me a little bit. Okay. So the idea is I want to go through this gate right there. Can we aim at the gate? Come on. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. We're out of safe. No. I put it back in safe and it saved me for real. For realsies, guys. You want to have that save button. You want to have that safe button because if you do lose control of the plane, all of a sudden, look at that. I stuck the landing and then it started bouncing crazy, but I stuck that landing thanks because I put it in safe. I put it in safe, guys. Yeehaw. This is amazing. So let's go check out and see if I can get that blimp and other things. But guys, how cool. Oh, no. I did not want to do that. I did not want to do that, but I did. I guess that was probably a fluke, though. I was able to aim. I was able to aim and come back through that gate there and line it up just right. I was very impressed that I was able to do that once. And twice. Yay! It's once, twice, 3 times a lady. Do 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 do. Yeah, coming straight at the camera. I remember when I used to watch the RC Sailors do this kind of stuff all the time, and I was like, that is so amazingly cool. And Brian Phillips RC. And then I was like, maybe someday I'll be able to do that. Well, I can now, thanks to the simulator. Thanks to the simulator, I can do that now. The question is, could I still do it if I bought the plane? Maybe. It looks rather tame. If it's got safe on, it is rather tame. So I might be able to do it. I was able to fly that Aero Scout so well. It was great. I flew it right over my car. No problem. I wasn't worried about it slamming into the car at all. It was just fantastic. As again, like when I say the safe system, whatever they have, makes the thing fly on rails. I said it once to say it again. It's like they've reinvented rails. It flies so good. Whoa. Let's see if we can get us some sort of a landing. No. No, guys. That was not a landing worthy. That was not a landing worthy of the Maverick. You cannot land like that and call yourself a pilot. So we're going to try and do a very gentle landing and see how that goes for us. Again, we are in safe. Tiny bit of a flare, and I completely missed the runway. So we're going to try that again. Luckily, in this game, we don't have to worry about batteries running out and all that stuff puffing up because there are no batteries in this particular exercise. Whoa! It is just so much fun once you figure out how these things run. how to get them to do what you want them to. It is just unbelievably satisfying. So there we go. That was, again, this is, I don't know how to do throttle cut or whatever. But the first landing was perfect. Then it bounced off the runway. It does funky stuff like that, whether you like it or not. So the rest of the bouncing was not really my fault. But the first part of the landing was perfect. Okay, so I want to try that blimp. That blimp is like the blimp that you get in the VR, but cooler. So let's go find that blimp. And again, as I showed you guys before, they have the coolest stuff here for you guys to pick up and try to fly. Again, I wish strongly that at some point, someday, maybe someday, that the feud between whatchamacallit, Motion RC and Spectrum and Horizon Hobby ends. And hopefully that'll end, because it'd be really cool also to have some of the latest planes. There's a B-2 bomber that would be amazing if it showed up on this simulator. It would be so cool to have a B-2 bomber like that. Oh, there's another Tomcat. Maybe this is a larger one. Let's fly this. I was looking for the blimp, but you know, I couldn't resist. Oh my gosh, this is so big. This is so big. Let's try it. Oh, this one requires a bigger runway to go. Ooh, it feels like a much heavier, but also sort of nice. This, I love it. I actually love this too. It feels super duper nice. It is not in safe. I'll tell you that much. This is directly in, oh no, it is. It isn't safe. It isn't safe, but somehow it gives you more turnage, so you can knife edge with this thing. I'm gonna put it in. Oh. Okay, this is a different plane. So this, if you hit this with this plane, it is not the same as the other plane, guys. So if you hit this on this one, what happens is the landing gear disappears, and that's not what you want. So this does something with the flaps, looks like. What does this do? I don't know. Oh, that is so amazing. Oh gosh. I have to show you guys close up. That is so cool. So if you press, okay, again, not this one. That was for the other one. This one right here. This opens and closes the wings. But when you are on the runway, you click that and you can see the pilots. Oh gosh, my finger covered it up so you guys couldn't see. Let's do that again. It's like better than a transformer. That is so incredibly cool, guys. That is so incredibly cool. Anyway, let's put this back in the original flight mode. See if we can, oh, there we go. Now it's dancing with the pole like a shark. Let's try that again. I was planning to put it into not safe mode. So I was trying to see if I could do a loop and a roll and stuff with this thing. It takes a considerable amount of time to get, okay, no, you can do a loop and a roll out of the box. You don't have to do anything. So this is not in safe, guys. Just so you guys know, this plane is super duper relaxed. It is more relaxed than the smaller one that I was just flying, but you are going to have to fly it entirely in, I can't really call it unsafe mode. Oh, well, yeah. When you destroy the plane like that, it is called unsafe mode. Let's see if we could do this, can pull off the same stunt that we did earlier before. But again, this is going to be harder for me because, again, we are flying this entirely in... Oh, the cable of death, the cable of death, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between. The cable reset when I was just trying to get it. Okay, I gotta keep that nose up. No. Okay, so because the other one wasn't safe, as I said before, that made it much easier for me to control. And this is a much larger plane, so it does not turn as easily as the other one, especially when you are scared of maneuvering it that way. And lift that nose. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you will just forget which way it's pointing, and you don't have safe in this case. So it'll be a lot harder for you to figure out what to do. Oh, I was upside down. That's what happened. Let's try this maneuver one more time. Come on, we can do this. We could maybe do this. It needs more runway for sure to get up in the air, but once you're up there, it is cool. And I am trying super gently to come back and aim at the gate. Come on, man. Lift that nose. Lift that. Oh. And lift it too early, too strongly. Oh, I almost went through that one. I can't really tell if I went through. Yeah, that's it. There's another gate on the other side. I didn't realize until now. So this is really not easy, especially because, as I said before, I am now flying in unassisted mode, which is advanced mode, or whatever you want to call it, in layman's terms. And because of that, I destroyed the plane completely. With the other one, which was in assisted mode, basically in easy mode, then I could aim and go through that gate. So that just shows you the difference in skill level required to make the same kind of maneuver with this slightly larger plane that does not have assistance. So that goes to show how cool the assistance is when it's provided. Oh, God. No. But anyway, enough with the crashing, right? Let's put this thing through its paces a little bit. As you saw there, it requires a little bit more runway than you would with the other one. But I don't know, this thing flies a lot slower if you want it to than the other one. So maybe I could try oh no. I wanted to try to see if I could do an inverted pass with this, and I will try it for sure. It's not like I'm afraid of doing it. It's just I don't have the skills to do it. Okay, it's coming at me. No. That's not how you do it. Clearly, that's not how you do it. So let's get this up in the air. And again, it flies a little different because this one has missiles on it. So with the missiles on it, it is going to fly different from... So I have to full throttle it first of all, and I'm going to turn it around and have it come towards us. And then I've got to... Oh. I do not understand how this works. Again, maybe if you want to do you might have to do it this way. This is probably going to take even longer to get off the ground. Or not. I don't know. It flies a little different in this kind of configuration, so I'll bring it back like this. That nose, bring that nose up. That's not really an inverted. God. Never mind. Let's bring it back to, it's slightly easier to fly with the wings open like this. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Turn that plane. It is now aiming at us. Beautiful. And then, no. Lost control of the bird. Okay. It is now under, no. Okay, we did a decent loop there. So we were able to pull out of that no problem. I'm trying to figure out how to fly inversely. No. I definitely hate when the cable does that. That really ticks me off. Okay. Start it up again. Full throttle up. Come on. Okay. We are now up in the air again. Let's turn the bird to us. And then we will try to invert it. And then, no. Oh, it's up. Okay. Twist, brain twister. Up is down, down is up. I keep trying to do that in my head, but it just will not allow me to do it. Okay. Again, this guys is not difficult to do. It's really not difficult to do. It's just I can't do it. It's not that it's difficult to do. It's that I just cannot do it. And I did it again. As I was trying to pull up again. So I said up, down, up, down. Do the opposite of what you would do. Just do it in your brain. Okay, so we have it aimed. It's aimed correctly, so what we'll do is, while it's like this, we'll lift the nose, we will turn the bird, and then we will... Ah! I was so close this time. I think it's probably easier to do in real life, except you've got the stress of destroying the plane. Because you can see what you're doing a little better than in this situation. Come on, lift. It's just sliding on the ground. I thought I had it and then I didn't. I just didn't have it. But I could have had it. I could have. Come on. It's aiming at me. Lift. Pull up. Okay, here we go. So now that we have it level, it'll always try to droop down, but we'll turn it and then we'll do, there we go. We're inverted. We are inverted, which is so cool. Can we pull out of the, no. I was like, I'm inverted. Now I'm going to pull out. No, I was not able to pull out of that at all. This may not be the easiest plane to do this with anyway, because, you know, the jets tend to be like more advanced for pilots. So maybe we could do this maybe on the Aeroscat or something. Let's turn and then up. Come on. No. The fence moved. That's what it was. The fence lifted up and hit the plane. It wasn't that I just got it wrong. And then the funny thing is the other day, my daughter tried this and she was able to do an inverted thing, no problem. See, that's what happens with apples. The good thing is if you've trained them right, they'll be as far away from the tree as possible, and that's the idea. That's the idea. That's if you know that you've succeeded as a parent. If the apple rolled away from the tree so far, it just went all the way down a mountain and just kept going and going. Then it boarded a ship and it just kept going. Then you know that you've succeeded. Oh, buddy. Yeah, let's turn around and up. No, 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 no. Come on, I had it. I had it there for a second. I had it there for a second. Okay, let's try this again. You got the turnage. Turnage. Okay. So then you flip yourself down and then you climb. There we go. Ooh, this is my first inverted first inverted pass sliding. It has the sliding effect. Check out that Hollywood Disney magic with the sliding effect. It's cool. It's so cool, man. You love it. You just want more of it. Lift, lift. Pull up, pull up. Okay, it's coming right at you. Coming right at you. We're gonna turn it up. Whoa, I survived the inverted pass until that point. Brah. I survived the inverted pass until that point. Then all hell broke loose, as they say, and it was no longer a viable maneuver. Whoa, yeah, man. I think that was just a bounce and go. You can't really call that a touch and go. That was a shabounce and go, which is a new sport that I just invented Anyway, I really want to try that blimp. Maybe it's easier to find it here. Brah, why aren't you working? Okay, it was just slow and I couldn't. I saw a blimp here. There it is, blimp. Ta-da! Let's go. So again, this is one of the cool things. If you have VR, if you have the Oculus Quest, and I thought that the Oculus Quest was going to be awesome because when somebody lent me the system, I got to try it, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Oh, why is it going backwards? By the way, it is flying backwards. That is the strangest thing that I've ever seen. But the blimp is flying backwards. Explain that to me. Maybe it's oh. No? Yes. Okay, this is very, very odd. So this is, oh my God, what am I doing? Watch this. So in the blimp, it is a little different. If you press it in the middle there, it goes backwards. You do this, I'm not sure what it does. You do this, it goes forward. So that's something to know. Again, not the bottom one, this is this one here. So every one of these planes and things is gonna have slightly different controls. Maybe this is just turn off. This is maybe just throttle cut. But the strange thing is throttle cut, if you leave it long enough, it starts going backwards. And then it goes backwards faster. And then you hit this and it goes forward somewhere. So it shows you how it's turning the engines on this thing. So that's interesting. I guess if you are stationed in the center there, it'll go forward. You hit that, it'll go slower. This is really cool. I don't know how to go faster downwards. So I don't know how to go down at this point. Maybe to go down, you've got to press. I have no idea how this is working, to be honest. But it is cool, and you can do it. But anyways, I digress. Let's go back to what I was saying before, which was that I was strongly hoping that it was going to be really cool, and that VR was going to have all these cool things, such as blimps, like this thing here, that you could just fly. And I love this thing already. Look how cool this is. It is super easy to control. Up, down, left, right. I'm now on full throttle. And I can go up, down, left, right. I'm doing everything with the right stick here for the controls. If I want to go up, I will do that. If I want to go down, I will do that on the sticks, depending on which screen you want to take a look at. But anyway, it's really, really enjoyable and amazing. And over there, that's pretty funny. It says, "Have you seen me? The gnome, missing since 9/20/09. Physical description, red pointy hat." Anyway, that's hilarious. Just like me, I've been missing for a while. The famous Figment. So anyway, it looks really cool. And I was hoping that VR was going to be all about this, but the only blimp that you can fly in VR is that one thing that is a demo. And I was like, really though? Mark, come on, man. Come on, man. That is the only thing that you're going to show us with blimps? I mean, blimps are amazing. And then I was hoping that they'd have like all kinds of other cool things. For instance, all the demos for the Oculus was really cool. Like you could play with this robot. You could dance with a robot. They had all of these cool things. You could do all kinds of fun things with throwing and catching. And I thought that that was going to be what VR was going to be all about. Just like they have that really cool video game where you can go into space. You can you can fly in space. You can go check out the outside, the exterior and the interior of that. It is just so cool. But I was wrong. I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. The one thing I don't know how to do with this is land it. I have no idea how to land this thing. Even if you go on 0 throttle, it does not just sort of land. The only way that I could imagine going closer to the ground is by switching this to forward momentum and giving it throttle. Excuse me, I do apologize for that. And then have it come further down to the ground and then suddenly switch it back. And now you are close to the ground. But again, you have not really landed. I don't know what the button for landing is here. And I guess this is low enough that you could go and grab it and disconnect the battery if you wanted to. So not a huge biggie or anything. What is it? Take your aircraft to the field in style. The all-new Urban from Adhanis? I don't know. That from the rear looks a little bit like a an Audi, and from the front it looks a little bit like one of those old Civics. So I can't really tell what that is, but it looks cool enough. It looks cool enough. So let's go check out some of the other cool stuff that you can do here with Real Flight. Again, really enjoying this thing. If this is one thing that you guys could buy yourself, and it is so good and compatible with so many different systems, that it is highly likely that you're going to have a good time if you purchase this. It's a good Christmas gift for the kiddos, and even for yourself if you want to learn how to become a pilot without spending like $1 billion on breaking stuff. Again, having now tried the AeroScout from Horizon Hobby and Hobby Zone, I can tell you that it does fly very much similarly to what you find in the simulator, but actually better in real life. It feels like it is easier to fly in real life. Unless you're on a windy day and you've got adverse conditions and stuff. But I flew it under the optimal conditions. There was no real like wind or anything on the day. Sunny skies, perfect visibility, all that stuff. So on a perfect California sunny sky day, It flies amazing. What was that thing that I was looking for? Maybe I could find another thing. Whoa, what is that? Oh, an Osprey. Osprey. They have these in Irvine. They will fly over you in Irvine. The real thing. The real thing. And they are so cool to look at. They are so cool to look at. So Joe's Air Repair. Let's see. It is loading. Again, don't mind this. It is, my computer is rather slow. It is not the latest and greatest Surface Pro. It is the Surface Pro 7, I think. So it will, whoa, what the heck is, what the heck is what? How am I supposed to, am I in the wrong? Oh, that's interesting. It opens up the rear there. And there's some kind of weird thing going on there. No, you want to have the landing gear on, and you want to have the rear thing closed, but you also want to have those things pitched correctly. Okay, there we go. That was the problem. So if you want to fly this bird, you got to bring this all the way back, and those will be pointing upwards. If you're pointing them down, for some reason, they are touching the ground. I think there's a lot of other Ospreys in which you can actually do a takeoff like that, but this is not one of those. So you are going to have to take off in vertical mode. Underneath here, you will find that if you click this, the little bay in the back opens, the little door and hatch, whatever you want to call it, opens back there, which is kind of cool. And the landing gear disappears when you click this button, right? Not button, this, when you click this switch, the thingy-majig disappears. So anyway, if you want to start it, I don't know where throttle cut is. In fact, I've been trying all kinds of different things and nothing is working here. So where be the throttle cut? Not there. Not there. Not there. So we have ailerons, elevons, and whatever the thingy majigs, but we don't know how to unthrottle cut it. So we have absolutely zero spinach unless I destroyed it already. Oh, okay, I destroyed the propellers, so that's why it was not going. Targeting mode is not active. Okay, it will just lift, no problem. It is not in easy mode or whatever, so if you do anything stupid, you will just crash it and destroy the landing gear, as I have just done right there. So, just so you know, I don't know what any of these... Okay, wait. I put all the switches back to normal. So, what to know is this is for the landing gear on and off. And in real life, you will break the doors of the landing gear, so don't do that. This changes the position of the blades. No, it's not true. This one here, this one on top, changes the direction of the blades. Don't do that, otherwise you will destroy them. So if you want to lift off, we're going to lift off. Just give it power. Just over half throttle gets you up in the air, and then you can control it and put it maybe into middle throttle, and it will do. Remember, this is not in easy mode, so whatever you do with the right stick, it's going to go in that direction. And if you want to yaw and turn, it's going to be spinning with the left stick there. It is really cool and very well controllable. But as you do all this, you're going to have to flick that switch there in order for you to be able to fly straight like a plane. And don't do it next to the gas station, because then you will wreck your... No. I just probably wrecked them already. Yes, I did. Fantastic. Let's try that again. Full throttle or more like just over half throttle to lift this cool bird. Get it away from from the gas station. And then flick the switch so that it goes into the other mode. Lift! Oh, destroyed it. Let's try that again. Okay, so learning curve, guys. Learning curve. This is why I have not purchased one of these. This is why I have not purchased one of these yet. You get a little bit higher off the ground, then you flick the switcheroo, and you are able to go in airplane mode. Again, with all of these planes and stuff, when you are in airplane mode, it wants to nosedive into oblivion. So just keep that in mind. All these planes, if you are on low throttle and in airplane mode, they want to nosedive to their deaths. So in order to avoid that, what you do is you always give a little bit of up elevator, and you should be okay. And once you are okay, then you can fly this, and it is so amazingly cool. And we're going to lift it a little bit more and just fly right over ourselves. Just past us. We will not try to invert this. Or maybe we could. We could try to invert it. But first we got to aim it at us first. Let's see. Does it do an inverted pass better than, let's say, the other one? Oh, yeah. Oh, I could totally fly this inverted, no problem. Look at that. I did an inverted pass. But does it have the power to go this way? Oh, that is so amazingly cool. And I couldn't get away with the maneuver, but yeah, so this just shows you guys how much easier it is to do stuff with this compared to the other one. Yeah, this is cool. This is really amazing and a lot easier to fly than the other one. Once you figured out all the controls and you get this, oh my God. I just finished saying how much easier it is to fly than the Tomcat that I was flying earlier, and then I was wrong because now I can't do it anymore. What's going on? Okay, all the switches are correct. Just above throttle, just above mid throttle there. Okay, let's get it up a little bit higher. Let's get it on. Anyway, and then once you're on there, you switch it into airplane mode and give it up elevator. Sorry, yeah, up elevator immediately so you don't smash into the ground. Then you start rotating it towards yourself. And that's when you can go funny. You can turn it upside down and do really weird stuff and destroy your thing. So, so no, don't do that. One more time. I just really want to get an inverted pass that does not completely suck. That's what I want to do. Okay. Lift. Lift. Up, 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 up. Okay, we've got this. We've got this. It's coming at us as it should. This is what I wanted to do. And then, once you have it under control, you can do all kinds of cool things. Like this does amazing loops. And then, no, it's aimed at the ground. Don't do that. You want to make sure that nose is lifted away from the ground before you try to do an inverted pass like this. Then you can do the turnage, and remember to give it up elevator the other way too. Up elevator, I said. Yeah, buddy. So it worked. It worked really well. That was cool, guys. That was cool. Again, when you finally have it under control and you feel like it, you can spin it the other way and give it up elevator to keep it. Now you're doing the inverted pass, which is so cool, except if you get too low to the ground, in which case you won't be able to save yourself. Save yourself. There we go. So yeah, you can totally do inverted passes with this. It is very forgiving compared to the other plane. You can get yourself out of a lot of trouble, but not if you slam into the thing like I just did over there. This is fun, guys. It is another one that you can try. You can try the Osprey. Let's go in here. Sometimes I notice that if you just click the select button, it doesn't do what you want, so you can still use your mouse to fix the things that you can't do otherwise. Ooh, there's a cool chopper drone. Let's see, what can we fly? The Habu is awesome. I love the Habu. I love that I was able to fly the blimp today. That was cool. And of course, the the Tomcat, the Maverick. All right, let's do this. This is, I think it's a Harrier. There's a funny Netflix show now that is Pepsi, Where's My Harrier or something. I think there was a lawsuit and a bunch of stuff going on. Again, Pepsi is the watered down version of Coca-Cola. Excuse me. Oh, okay. This is not which mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. I destroyed the plane already. I wanted to lift off in thingy mode, so maybe this does something with the flaps. No, it wants to go that way. Again, remember, boys and girls, if you want to turn on the ground with these Horizon hobby planes, this is what turns the front wheel there. This does not have reverse thrust, so I can't turn it back. I'm trying to figure out if this is one of those that can lift off the other way. Oh, no, that's landing gear. So for this one, landing gear on and off is done that way. I was hoping so much that I could lift this up. There's another one that I've tried in the past that would allow me to lift off straight. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, this is just the coolest. So if you flick the switch, this one right here, if you flick the switch here from this to this, it'll lift in Harrier mode. That, guys, is awesome, except that I don't know how to control it, so that's what happens. So we'll try it a few times. Before we try it a few times, we'll just lift off regularly, which is like this. Lift off. Wow, this thing is awesome in the air. It flies super, super smooth, except not so smooth because I'm at the sticks. But if a good pilot was at the sticks, whew, yeah, whoa, and what a crash that was. But I love this. This is so cool. Let's lift it off like a Harrier does, just like you see in Top Gear. You see one of these things lift off, and they do some kind of race between the Harrier and a car. That was so amazingly cool. Anyway, you can fly this in Harrier mode. Remember that it truly depends on how good you are, and you want to stay a little bit further off the ground or you will destroy it. But this thing is so cool in the air. Oh my gosh. Let's get it over here. Come here, the little bird. Well, it's not really that little. It is on the larger scale size compared to a lot of the other ones. But look how cool this is. I would love one of these things in real life. Again, it wouldn't last me very long. But this is so amazing. Landing gear could use some help. If you're me and you're using this, you would need some better landing gear. All right, we're in the air, so we're going to switch it into airplane mode. Remember to give yourself a little bit of height so that you don't slam it into the ground and destroy your landing gear immediately. Oh, okay, we're still good. Let's see if this allows me to do an inverted pass. It may and may... No, 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 no. Not like that. Obviously not like that. Let's get it back up in the air. Straight up. Straight up like a missile. And then bam. And this time we were just going to do a nice turny turn. This thing turns on a dime. It is probably the one plane that turns the fastest that I've ever flown so far. It is very, very controllable, but that means also that you will struggle with it as a beginner because you will make fast maneuvers that you're not prepared for, and then you will do what I just did there, which was impressive. It's still flying with broken bits. Unbelievable. This plane is so cool. So cool. Let's get it back up in the air. I don't think we can do an inverted pass with this thing. It is beyond the level of my ability. I mean, I could try to do this, but don't do that because then the motors are facing downwards and they will slam you into the ground. So if you do want to do an inverted pass, you have to be in the airplane mode, not in that mode. I just did that for kicks to show you guys what would happen. So yeah, don't do that to yourself. If you are inverted, am I inverted? I feel like I'm inverted a little bit. This thing will come right at you. It's coming right at us. It is too high up to be able to see anything decent with it, so gonna turn it and bring it to us. Oh my. Not sure what happened there. Not what I wanted to do. Let's try it one more time. Up you go. Cool. Then it turns on a dime, as I said before. This thing turns super, super well. If you invert it, wow. This is fun, guys. If you invert it, then remember to re-invert it. I lost track of where I was because it's just pretty hard to do. No, I asked. I did not want to ask. All right, we'll do a little bit of training, and then we will call it a day. We'll call it a day, guys. This was really fun. Oh, what's going on this? What's this? Aero Scout beginner mode. Okay, that's cool. I did not know there was a thing, but we're going to try it. So let's see. Begin. Press the button. I'm discovering things I didn't know even existed. We are at Eli Field. And great. So begin. Awesome. We are obviously in safe beginner mode. Instructor. I don't know what's going on. I would like to begin the thing. Oh. Something going on. Safe. Panic mode. Oh, no, this is actually telling you stuff. So, okay, there's an instructor telling you stuff in the background.
Left-hand stick for the left and right. And by the way, this is a Mode 2 controller, Mode 2 transmitter setup, which is the most common in the world today. And that left-hand stick will then control the rudder, which is the surface that moves on the vertical tail of the aircraft.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool. I'm not going to list it because I don't want to avoid the copyright and stuff and all that stuff and get... So we'll just turn off the audio for obvious reasons, and we will try to replay this, and we'll just pretend that we know what we're doing. Oh, okay. Wait. You need to wait until the instructor is done, and it gives you access to maybe fly it. Oh no, you don't. Oh yes, you do. Forget about it. I just no idea what I'm doing. What the heck? Press the try it button over here, and we're gonna try it. Okay, so you have to press the try it button, and then you can try it yourself. Really cool. We are in safe right now, which makes it nice and easy. You can turn and do all the cool things that we were doing before, but because we are in safe, we cannot do the loops in the row. So I just got myself out of safe, which was a bad idea, I guess. Let's try that again. We are out of safe, so now we can still turn it towards ourselves like this, and then we can go inverted. Inverted now. Okay, we can do inverted, but let's face it, we're not there yet. It was easier on that Harrier to do the inverted pass than it is on the Aeroscout for some reason. I don't know. It's just me. I know what you're going to say. It is just me, and you're right. It is just me. Okay, come on. Okay, now we turn it, and we press up elevator so we don't fall. So it's, again, not that easy. It's a new bird, different thing. It turns super well. So let's try that again. Low pass. We can go inverted and lift the front. Look at that. I feel pretty good about that. Then we turn it around and then go up to avoid the crashage of death. And then we can turn it again underneath. And remember to pull that. Oh, every time you turn the plane, it does the same thing. Oh, yeah, bush. Oh, I was thinking of a political joke, but I'm not going to do that today. Anyway, so, okay. Turn it around and up. And screw it up. So one more time. We get up in the air. We turn, because this thing turns so well on a dime. We lift the nose up enough so that we can turn inverted. And then we, gosh. I'm so used to doing the Maverick move, which is like that, but without hitting the bush. And then you go up. And then you roll out of it, which I can do really well. But the inverted pass is not easy for me yet. Did I destroy the bird already? I think I might have. Again, I am not in safe. So if you see me flying a little bit more erratically than usual, is because I am not in safe. I repeat, I am not in safe. Oh. Okay, let's try this again. Up. This is really cool, though, that they have an instructor telling you what to do with the controls. It is very seamless. Again, I'm not going to put the audio on for obvious reasons. Hey, I'm flying inverted, and it is super brain twisty, but I was able to do it, kind of. So I'm kind of not saying proud. That's too much. That's too much. But hey, look, I'm coming at the camera, and I'm inverted. Oh my God. He loses a wing on the pole there. Oh, wow. That's cool, guys. That is cool. I just wanted to go into some of the usual things that we do. Choose training, apprentice, classic training, airplane aerobatics. I just wanted to go into the usual tasks that we do. Main menu. Press main menu. No, nothing. Exit training. Cancel. Cancel a few times. Let's go to challenges. Okay, this probably takes us back to challenges. There we go. I just want to do a couple of these. More of these. We got 8% on that. That was not bad. I want to do some of these races here for a little bit. It starts nice and easy, and it gets a little bit more complicated as things go along, but it is just so fun, guys. So fun. So fun, guys. Again, sorry, I'm not extra loud today. I am not extra snark with all the stuff going on. Just having a fun time enjoying real flight today. And I'm going to try one of the other simulators soon, so that's why I have this controller here. But just having too much fun with this one right now to just jump into something else. So we'll go through a few of these cool rings, and up we go. I'm going to try to keep this smooth, so if you guys are having breakfast, because it's still early in the day. I mean, most people, I was up at like 7 or just before 7. Most people don't get up on the what do you call it, on the holidays that early. So trying to make sure that you guys don't puke out your breakfast. There we go. Up. A little bit more up elevator there. We just cut the throttle a little bit to make sure we get through this hoop. A smooth ride, smooth ride. No, that was not smooth at all. Sorry about that one. We're in through that one. That's the easiest level, so it only gets harder from here. It only gets harder from here. Let's go. I don't need to be an Eskimo anymore. The temperature has improved, although the tiles on the kitchen floor are rather cold, so next time I'll bring a cover or something, or a pillow, and just sit on that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you do that, it's not as good for your posture. We make our lives too sheltered, and that actually, in some ways, ages us and makes us weaker. So if you sleep on a bed, for instance, that messes with your basically weakens you a lot. If you sit on well, not the chairs. Chairs are really uncomfortable, but if you sit on a couch all the time, that also weakens your body. I know, we like to be comfortable. We like to be comfortable. Hey, did you guys vote on Prop 69? There's 69 over there. Oi, oi, oi. We made it through a couple of episodes. A couple exercises without me saying anything incredibly crazy and stupid. But anyway. Whoa. I'm going to miss. That was an OMG moment. I did not expect that to be that hard to do. I wonder, it'd be cool to fly through this with a blimp. Because that would be like super slow and relaxed, but they'd have to give you more time to do it. All right, so getting used to the controls and having to fly a lot faster with this. So that is why I destroyed the plane twice going through there. Just gauging. Again, with the cool thing about this simulator, it allows you to adjust and to learn how to fly all kinds of different vehicles. So with that, you will notice that they fly a little bit different. And there is, as I said before, a learning curve, but also just jumping from one to the other is going to force you to make some adjustments. And so this one requires a lot more speed and accuracy, which is why it is a harder level. So for me to stop you guys from hurling out your food, I have to be extra gentle on the controls to keep it relatively stable. Otherwise, you will go straight into a loop or a roll. And although that is fun to do, if you do it too much, the audience struggles a little bit to follow on, and they're like, I don't know, I've got motion sickness. I can't really follow along with your live stream. So I try not to do that too much. Then when you get to the level like that, you're like Mr. Steel, you can sort of get away with a lot of loops and rolls and stuff, because those are very controlled loops and rolls. Or Original Dobo does a really good job too of doing loops and rolls that are super controlled, and so you don't end up getting the motion sickness. For me, it's not a problem. Again, as I said before, I do VR, and I used to VR with the crappier, like low frequency headsets that just did not have a very good refresh rate, and most people would not be able to. But now, luckily, with the Quest 2 and stuff, and some of the later models, you don't suffer from that as much, which is nice because it's bringing more people into VR. But before it was just impossible. It was impossible to get into VR for some people. For me, it was fine. It was fine. I mean, no problem. But again, not the norm. I am not the norm. If that's trigger alert, I am not the norm. Anyway, oh, there's another guy who's pretty good with a smooth footage. Eddie Nunez, you'll find is also pretty good. He does some videos with the Avata. Oh my gosh, and it's pretty smooth there too. I thought I was gonna make it through this whole course, but I just went too fast on the throttle on one, and once you miss one of the rings, it's hard to get back in. Also because it doesn't give you that much time, so you're trying to really make sure that you get all these. How do you say? Making mistakes is not really an option. Getting out of a situation with this is not easy. So if you don't really align all these situations close to perfection, then you will get out of. You will not be able to finish the exercise, is what I'm trying to say, and stumbling with words endlessly. Just trudging through the mud there. Just trudging through the mud. So let's go here. Maybe we can do this in one go. No, I missed that ring, and all it takes is the one. I probably could have climbed out of that, but maybe the bird was damaged anyway. So something to think about. I mean, if your bird is already damaged, you may not be able to control it. You know, like Alishan Mao did an amazing video where he had this helicopter. I don't know how he brought it back home safely, and there was a bit missing on his helicopter. I was like, oh my gosh, how in the world? But it was like, when you get to that level, guys, of piloting, then you can get away with a lot more. But as a beginner, if you're just trying to learn how to do this, slow it down, take it easy, and if you feel like you're gonna miss one, just don't always gun through the throttle. Don't always hit the pedal to the metal, whatever. Just ease into these rings, and I'm hoping that this time I'll be able to go all the way through this course. Again, I should have been able to do that last time. I was just not very intelligent in the way that I made the approach to one of those rings, and all it takes is one. Just like in the movie Highlander, there can only be one. And only one will make it through the course. And it has to be super smooth and precise. There we go. No problem at all. No problem at all. I followed my own advice and I made it through the course. This is good. I'm having to redo all these. I had beaten them all. Oh my God. Why? Why Real Flight? Why Real Flight? It decided that it was going to quit. So I had beaten all these before, but then I did a format because I was trying to install Windows 7 on a computer that cannot run Windows 7. So just in case you were thinking that you were going to be able to do that, you will not be able to do that. Oh, I don't have my cheat sheet. I need my cheat sheet. Let's go into this FPV racing thing. Again, you can use any remote that you want. I'm hoping that this will work with the Spectrum Interlink DX. I think it did. I was able to do this no problem using, what do you call those things? Radiomaster Zorro, and I think it's also Radiomaster Jumper Lite. So you can fly that with those as an alternative. And it took a long time, but I figured out what was going on with the simulator here. And it was all the issues were being caused by the controls being not set up correctly. So you go into options here, go into video, you go into not ultra unless you have a really fancy computer. And I'm going to do this. Let me see here. Let's see if it can hold its own on full screen just this once. And we'll go back. And now it should be easier to run, but we'll go into controls because without the cheat sheet here, and I think I have the cheat sheet. I have the cheat sheet, which is this right here. So if you guys ever want to learn how to do this yourselves, you can go in there and set that up. But I think I'm going to just do it real quick, see if we can get it running. The top one is going to be 3 for most American controllers and stuff. Channel 1 for roll, I think. So channel 2 for pitch. And last stays on 4. So you want 3, 1, 2, 4. So throttle is going to be 3, and the other ones I already mentioned, so we won't go through that again. We'll go back, and then we will go into single play, and we will go and check this out and see if it runs. And if it does, I do think that one of the cool things was if you press F, it will flip the drone back to its original positioning. Let's take a quick look here real quick and see what we can do. Dun da da dum, dun da da dum. I can take off the hoodie now and show you that I am not in the dark side of the Force. I look a little less sus right now. I look a little less sus. I hope that it runs. It should. It did in the past. It would be great if it did again. I hope that the graphics didn't suddenly jump back to the higher settings. That would really annoy me if they did, because then it would be unflyable. So here we go. We have to wait for the thing to say 1, 2, 3, and then it will give us a chance to move. Starting the count. Really slow, so maybe the graphics did not update the way I wanted them to, because it's really slow. No. I pressed the flip drone button. It is not doing what I need it to do, which means that all the work that I just did with the settings has not picked up. So I go into option, video, and I bet you it's on the wrong controls. It's on ultra again, see? That is the death that it causes when you do that. So then you go back in here. And I wish there was a button, right? I wish there was a button that would just... How do you go back here? Those are the correct settings. Okay. Where's the back now? And that is why sometimes I'll just go into get it out of full screen, because for some reason in full screen I can't see the buttons that I need to get to where I'm going. Okay, it is on very low and all that stuff. Enter, and now we will ESC out of that bit. And we go back here, and we're going to go check on the controls. And I bet you they're wrong. I bet you they're wrong now. You see, it's reset. I don't know why it reset the values. That is the most annoying thing ever. but we're going to do that again. So it was 3, 1, 2, excellent. And now I wish there was a way to enter or get out of this thing. I don't know. Press ESC, get flipper back, and it's not working. So whatever. It's not working. So maybe the DX does not like to work this way. I don't know. Maybe we flick it in here. I did really want this to work, but for some reason it's not, so I don't know. We press resume, we press the flip button, and it is trying to do that again. So I don't know. I did change it correctly. You guys saw me do it the other day with the Radio Master, so it was running. So since that is not running, we can try one of these cool games here. We'll just jump into one of these. We will not be using the DX interlink from Spectrum for this. Instead, we will be using this, and hopefully it'll run correctly. But yeah, that was weird, because I did it with the jumper, and it was fantastic the other day. So there were no problems at all whatsoever with that. Let's see. Can we get away with doing a little bit of drifting this morning? Okay. So far so good. Go straight into the game. There's some amazing graphics, as you can see here. We will have to turn them all down for the purposes of the show, otherwise we won't be able to do anything. So that's another thing that we have to do every time. Not every time, but enough times. And I guess if we can get a little bit of drifting, then we'll call it a day, because we've been running around for 102 minutes, which is a long time. It's a long time. But I'm hoping we can get a couple of drifts in. So smash this button over here. Let's go check out the quality first, otherwise nothing is gonna run. We might have to go smaller. Wait, what was this? What was the least powerful settings? I don't remember what the least powerful settings were. I wanted to use the least amount of resolution available. I don't know if that is. Wait. Maybe this is the least amount of resolution available. So I'm trying to go low. Anyway. On the resolution. Oh, ultra. You can go ultra low. Ultra low. And then that will hopefully take care of a lot of the issues and things. So maybe that'll just do it on its own. Great. We'll just go with ultra low for now. The controls are fine, I guess. And we will just start the game. Let's go. We have our good old controller here. And we can start the game right away. And we are starting, I guess, in Japan. I think we're in Japan. Come on. Load. Load. close. And this is the car that we have. We've got a really cool Nissan. Let's just start off. Come on. Hopefully it'll run. I was able to run it a couple of times, so I'm hoping that it will do it again. It is taking a while. I'm not sure why. The graphics are not that complicated in this. Here we go. So if I'm correct, this gives you the throttle up here, and then you can turn with this or with this, whichever you prefer. And to give it a nice spin, you can, well, is it not doing what I want it to? I think this was what was giving us the ability to do controlled drifts. This one here is rear, turns backwards basically. This is forward. The steering you can do here or there. And okay, I think I kind of have the controls down. I just don't remember which one was the one that allows you to do controlled drifts. Oh. Again, not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. And if you're trying to do controlled drifts, retry. I'm going to retry it real quick. So I was doing a terrible job anyway. So we'll start. You can't go too fast, or you start drifting already, which you don't want to do. No, that's not a controlled drift. So I'm going this way, and then I want to drift this way. That was terrible too. I can't remember which button does the handbrake, because you do need a handbrake for this particular thing to run. And I'm trying to not get confused, because there's another game that is also a drifter game, which, see, I want to be able to do those controlled drifts. And I can't figure out. Okay, no. It's again learning curve. So learning how to do all this, it is a whole lot easier to drift for me with RC cars than it is this, obviously. I wonder if the button that you need. But the other day I was getting some pretty good drifts, so I'm not sure how I was doing that. Clearly not like that. I was getting some decent drifts. And then once you get it into drift mode, it starts sliding. It's not working at all, though. So this definitely brings you forward. And if you're trying to go and do a controlled drift around something, no, that doesn't work. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, and it is not doing what I want it to. So let me just ask real quick and see. Controls. Driving style, of course, smooth. Stability assist, sure, if you really want to. Trajectory guide. Accelerate while handbraking on. Okay, so let's take a look at the controller mapping here. So accelerate is up arrow, which was not working. Accelerate is up arrow? Why? Oh, that's interesting. Let's map this again. So replace. I want accelerate to be this. I want it to assign it to X here. Okay, what? I overpressed it. It's still an up arrow, even though I clearly told it not to. Oh, okay. Forget about it. I was under the keys. Okay, accelerate. replace accelerate. I do not want it to be the trigger. I want it to be A, which is this. Okay. Now, left trigger is brake. What? I thought it was going backwards. So that's weird too. That is weird too. Replace it. I want the handbrake. Handbrake to be this trigger over here. So accelerate and handbrake. Wait. No. Forget about it. This is handbrake. I don't think we need regular brake, but if we did need a regular brake, maybe we could do the other one over there. Left trigger. Handbrake, left steer, left. Let's take a look at some of the other. No. Is that all the buttons that we need to? Okay, well let's try this as is and see if it does anything better. We're gonna go retry because before it was a mess. I just could not fly. Of course, fly. I could not race this thing. Yeah, that's better. I'm not saying that I'm gonna get some really good drifts in, but at least I can kind of control and get something out of this. Whilst before I couldn't. Okay, so this does what I want. So if I press this, it'll go backwards, which is perfect. So now we know how to do this. If we want to go backwards, we hit this button over here. This is the accelerator and the handbrake, which helps us do the drifts and the drifting. So here we go. We go hit that handbrake. That allows us to drift a little better, and then we can continue. So we're doing better. We're fourth place. Fourth place, but at least we've got something done. Before we couldn't do anything at all. So handbrake. Here we go. We're going through here. Let's try not to smash in this thing again. Let's go. Handbrake through that. That's great. So a lot better than before. Not saying that it's great. But at least I can kind of understand the controls. Before it was like, whoa, drift. So, drift. Yeah, buddy. Let's see how we do here. Drift. No. Too early on the drift there. Let's see. Am I still in fourth place? I'm still in fourth place. So anyway. Again, a lot to learn, but at least we can kind of get something out of this. Whilst before it was absolutely impossible to do anything because I could not get around the controls being the other way. You do need to have that handbrake. You need that handbrake in order to do drifts at all. And the cool thing is that you can spin the wheels while drifting, so that does a lot of cool stuff too. Again, big learning curve. We're gonna exit this game real quick. Let's see if we can exit it. Can't exit it. Okay, here we go. We are going to try this other game, and then that'll be all. So you guys can take a quick look and see. There are a lot of really cool games here. So the one that we just played was Torque Drift, and the one that we're going to try right now is Inertial Drift Sunset Prologue. Prologue. So Torque Drift. All of these 3 games are free on Steam. So if you guys want to try those out, they're worth it. I like all these 3 games, which you can get on Steam for free. Very, very cool to try out. And this one, biggest fan of the graphics. It's got this cool like anime kind of graphics going for it. So you get to play that. Again, we have to go into settings to do the usual stuff. Gameplay. Visual. We will do the brightness is fine where it is. Frame rate, leave it the way that it is. Resolution, you want to try to get it the lowest. No, that's... I think it was already on the lowest because I saved it last time, I think it was. Let me double check that for you guys. 1280. Yeah, I think it was already on the lowest that you could do. I had all the other things already set off to motion blur off, chromatic aberration off, ambient occlusion to low. So it was already all on the settings that you want in order to get this to run correctly. And so we won't do any more of that stuff. We'll just get out, back. Backspace is back. So we'll go back here and we will just do a quick event. We don't need the tutorials. We'll just go straight into this. The things that are set up by default are going to be a little bit dodgy, I found. So we may have to mess with the controls. Here we go. They get you all started. And then go, it's your turn. So let me double check the controls here. For some reason, I am not able to control anything right now. So we will have to mess around with the controller for sure. So settings again. So gameplay. Leaderboards, don't care about that. Invert drift stick on, swap drift steering, controller vibration, rear mirror, and all that stuff. What we want to do is this is about controls. This is about the controls. Anywho, looks like it's going to be too complicated to run. Okay, this tells you what all the controls are. So the throttle. I want the joystick controls though. I do not really care about the other ones. This is back. I'm stuck here, completely stuck here. View controls, units, the speed, the mirror, the vibration, the steering. I am totally lost here. This is basically for the, it says Q throttle, Q brake, Q reverse. This looks bad by any chance. Does anybody know how to get this running? I may have to put everything back to restore to defaults. Yes. In here. I had this on because it works better. I swapped the drifting thing because that works better. And text speed is medium. I just don't know what's going on. Let's go back. Are those the only options? The audio we don't really care about. Gameplay is what we were looking at before, but it doesn't do anything for the remote control, so I don't know. Backspace. Resume. Nothing is working at all. That is really strange. None of the buttons make it go forward. Although they did before, so whatever I did earlier must have messed with something over there. It makes no difference. Oh no, it did connect it up. Maybe it just did not want to work with the hub there. No. I'm trying all the buttons and nothing is working. I do not like to end these things on lows. But this is definitely a low. I will figure this out, guys, just not today. I've been live streaming for too long and I need to get on with the day. So to end it on high, maybe we could just do something else. I do like to end things on a high if and when possible. So maybe let's go back into Real Flight Evolution, because that was making my day a happy day. And we can maybe just fly one thing and then it'll be the end of the live stream. It is getting nice and warm today, which is cool. Which is really, really cool. But I am a little bit sad that I was not able to do the drifting on that. I had it all set up the other day and I was like, it's going to be cool. I'm going to demonstrate how it works. And, well, for some reason, beyond my control, it no longer sees the remote control there. And all I did really was change the options on the other thingamajig. And that was enough to screw it up. I don't know. I did try the settings. We did check the gameplay. We did try to do things with the controls, but it refused to do anything at all. And although it tells you what some of the controls may be, it does not allow you to assign buttons for some reason. So that truly sucks. And so even when we do a resume, and I do not like to play these games with the keys, but Q was supposed to be accelerator. That's not working. I'm trying to use keys on the keyboard, and that's all weird. So hey, what's taking Real Flight so long to start up? Real Flight Evolution. Don't you wish you could just talk into the computer and say, real flight evolution, and it'll just start. Anyway, I tried a bunch of these things, including high octane. High octane is supposed to be another really cool drift game. The issue that I have with high octane is it does not connect to their server. It does not connect to their server for some odd reason that is beyond explanations. How many hours have we played on this simulator? 21 hours on this one, and a total of 63 hours on the other one. So a lot of hours, a lot of hours. A lot of hours. Anyway, earlier I showed you guys a lot of really cool planes and a blimp and a helicopter. So in case you missed that, you can go back and watch that for anybody who's showing up now to this live stream. Dum, 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 dum. Here we go. We are in the boneyard of an airport. Let's see what we can fly. Let's see if we can do a regular liftoff. And then, wait, we were in the middle of. We were in the middle of rings. But we'll do scavenger hunt because it puts me in a good mood. And then we'll end the live there. Let's see if we can fly something at all without crashing. Or without the software crashing. We can crash all day long. In the software, we just don't want the software to crash. Windows 10. The pinnacle of... oh, Windows 10. The pinnacle of computing. The pinnacle of computing. Windows 10. Let's go. Flying up. And where is... there it is. That is going to be target number 1. Let's go acquire that target. It's not the Harrier. The Harrier we flew earlier in the live stream, which was so cool. So incredibly cool. Let's go to the other side real quick. Spectrum is there. We're going to go check out that cool tractor. Tractor. We can make that on my old green tractor. Come on, take the photo. Take the photo. Cool. Slowly we will turn. A hunting we will go. Anyway, we'll get this last tractor in there. Can we take it from outside? It would seem so. Mission accomplished. See, this is why I love doing this one, because it reminds me of the good old Phantom days, and all these drones are just so easy to fly. It just puts you in a good mood because they mostly fly themselves. They mostly fly themselves. They're so easy to fly. Let's go. We gotta go really fast. Because I remember on this one, they only give you like a minute. Yeah, just 2 minutes, roughly 2 minutes to get this done. And all the different locations are really far from each other. So there's one back there, I think, maybe. And if you go the wrong way, then you won't be able to get all your locations. And you'll just run out of time. I'm too close to keep this under. I'm going to hit a tree maybe, or a rock. Come on. Oh, come on, target acquired. Got it. Oh. That was close. I was gonna get destroyed by the D factor right there. We don't have a lot of time to get all these. We got to go real fast. Full throttle. Full throttle. Okay. We've got about 35 seconds left in order to get this done. Can we get this? Yep, one. The other target is pretty big, so we got to zoom out. Not really zoom out, but move back. Got it. That's it. We did it. Very limited time on that one. All right, guys. That's it for the show today. Thank you so much for joining me. Big shout out to Horizon Hobby. I have now verified and stuff and did all the setup and stuff and received the email where they tell you that thank you for registering your product. I registered, I think, all of my products except for one. I didn't double register because I've got 2 Aero Scout minis, 1 big Aero Scout, 1 Arma Infraction, and then 1 Granite Voltage. So I went through the process of doing all of these, and they said free cool brand swag just for registering your new product. So I registered all the products. I have not yet received any swag, so I don't know if that's coming or not. It would be cool if it did. But yeah, I went to this website right here. So if you do buy your products, make sure you do register because you're supposed to get swag from Horizon Hobby. So anyway, I did that. I'll show you guys a video later on about that. But anyway, I just wanted to give them a shout out for giving me Real Flight Evolution for free, which is super awesome. And before we leave, I'm going to give a shout out to a bunch of companies, as I usually do. But we're going to add some today. We're going to have Nobu here as well, because we had an amazing time eating over there. We have Mellow. Mellow is a brand new, at least we didn't know about it. It is a brand new place that you can go have some awesome desserts at. And then we're going to say goodbye to Shengmei, Excellent, D Domisol, Color Farm, Doll, and The Sky's the Limit. And what's the other one? Oh my gosh, Malu Bien Bien, I think. Let's make sure we get that right. If you guys are around here in California, you guys can go eat some good Malu Bien Bien as well. Anyway, remember to be stony. Don't be afraid to drop a comment on the channel. Say hello. I love that. And if you haven't seen our favorite squirrels from Irvine, you guys should go and check out this good restaurant over here. Have yourselves the best pancakes that I've had. And as I said, go nuts. Go nuts, be ballsy. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with this nice Horizon Hobby here image, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Take care, guys. Happy holidays.